Hi everyone. I was gonna make a video about the practice of Ho'oponopono. First of all, let me apologize for the shaky camera. I'm holding this with my hand. I'm filming outside in my grandparents' garden because it's such a beautiful day, and I just thought it was magical. I'm right next to the wind chime. The flowers are in bloom. The yard's a little bit of a mess, but I just thought it'd be really nice to be out here. So again, I apologize for the shaky camera on my iPhone. So anyway, the Ho'oponopono. I was going to really plan, I've been waiting because I was really going to plan out a video for it. I was going to give you the history lesson and really do some research and make notes, but I don't really work that way with videos. I kind of just start speaking and let whatever thoughts come out. It may not be the best way, but it just feels more natural to me. So I'm gonna make this video like that. So, Ho'oponopono, you're probably wondering what the hell am I talking about, right? Ho'oponopono is something that I discovered on this Facebook page that I'm a member of, a manifesting Facebook page, and it is the practice of taking total, well, let me rewind a second. It's an ancient Hawaiian practice. The way that it's used today, if you hear about it today, is it's the idea of taking total responsibility for everything in your life, everything. So you've manifested every single thing. That person that's being rude, you manifested that. The terror, even up to the terror attacks that you see on TV, if you're witnessing it and you're experiencing it in your life, there's something in you that manifested it. Now, for many people, they're not going to like that. They're going to think of it as a very hard pill to swallow. However, it's actually kind of liberating, because when you take full responsibility for your life and what you're creating, you know that you have control to change it. Obviously you can't just change your thoughts and all of a sudden there's not going to be any more violence in the world or anything like that, but you can take steps to clean your inner data to create better experiences, not only for yourself but for others in your outer world. So that's the idea as it's known today in these kind of modern day spirituality or manifesting communities. So I don't really know that much about the ancient practice of it. I do know that I do know a little bit, and you can please correct me if I'm saying this wrong, because from the research I did, it's actually an ancient Hawaiian practice where they actually are talking to the gods and apologizing for creating certain things in the world to their deities. The person who made it popular nowadays and spread it more worldwide and kind of developed the method that it's used for today, or the way that it's used today, is Dr. Len. I can't pronounce his full name, so we're just going to call him Dr. Len. And what brought him kind of to the rest of the world, because he was doing this and he had developed this practice, but he wasn't really spreading the word as much, was you guys probably heard of Dr. Joe Vitale. So he discovered this guy, Dr. Len, who had worked in this mental hospital in Hawaii, and the rumor was that Dr. Len had cured a whole ward of mentally ill patients. And these are criminally insane, had to be chained up, locked up in their rooms. The staff was afraid to be there. There was such a high turnover in the hospital. Staff would quit all the time. They're afraid to walk the hallways. I mean, it was just an awful situation, and he pretty much cured the entire ward. So Dr. Joe Vitale went and researched this further and found out that this wasn't just a rumor, that this had actually happened. And so, sorry, I have like a bunch of cats here and a dog, so they all want my attention all the time. So anyway, when asked how did he do this, he explained the idea of Ho'onoponopono, and that he said, if I'm experiencing this and this is coming to my reality, and he means the patients in the mental ward, then there's something in me that has created this in my reality. So by clearing that and cleaning that, I'm in turn cleaning up that part of my reality. So he didn't actually see any patients or talk to any patients. He just looked at their paperwork and felt in himself what kind of things came up, and then worked on cleaning that. And through that process, he actually, oh, the sun's going down. He actually cleaned, or he actually had an effect on these patients and healed them. So, his mantra or whatever, the things that he says is that he'd go in and he'd like figure out where it is or what it is that's coming up in him, and then he would address this data in him and say, I love you, you know, to the data. I'm sorry for creating this. I'm sorry for unconsciously manifesting this. Please forgive me for being unconscious about this. And so I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and then thank you. Thank you for it coming up so I can finally clear it out and release it. So Dr. Joe Vitale brings this in his book, I think it's called The 0 Point or something like that, and he talks more about it. And honestly, from what I've seen, the way that Dr. Len describes it and the way that Dr. Joe Vitale describes it are actually slightly different. So Dr. Joe Vitale says, you know, you're addressing the divine when you say, I'm sorry, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And Dr. Len says, no, you're not addressing the divine. You don't need to feel anything. You just need to like be aware of it and just say these things. So, and he says that you're addressing the actual data in yourself. Dr. Joe Vitale also says that, you know, it's best to feel the feelings of love and gratitude and, you know, feel the things that you're saying, whereas Dr. Len says you don't need to feel anything, you don't need to do anything, just say the mantra towards the data and clean. So also another thing Dr. Len says, it's really not important what you say, it's addressing that data's in there and loving it, learning to love the data, sending it love and cleaning it through love. So he says, you know, it's not important, you don't have to say all 4 of those things, you can just say thank you, I love you, thank you, I love you, which I actually prefer because I'm sorry, please forgive me brings up these feelings of maybe like guilt, which I don't think is good. I sometimes use it, but I've been kind of modifying it. And also, he says you can really say anything. He's like, you can say blueberries, you can say whatever. It's not really what you say, it's kind of what you're doing. And I agree with that. So what I've been doing is if something triggers me and I feel something come up, or I notice something in my outside world that I want to clean, is I've been saying, I love you, delete, thank you. That way it's like deleting the data. I noticed that that's there, thank you for coming up so I can clear you out, delete, thank you. And repeat it until I feel better, until that feeling eases up. And that's been working. And sometimes I'll just say thank you, I love you, thank you, I love you, thank you, I love you, over and over again until it starts replaying in my subconscious. So I can be like cleaning automatically. And sometimes I will say the full thing. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. So that's my understanding of it, and I've been using it on everything. Anytime something triggers me, I've been locating that feeling in my body and my emotions and my spiritual self or wherever, and really focusing on it, and then just using that mantra and cleaning, deleting until it eases up or is completely gone. And then sometimes I like to replace it with some affirmations, like I'm healthy, I'm safe, I am beautiful, whatever that appropriate affirmation is for that moment. I might do a follow-up video on this, but that's just kind of my introduction to Ho'onoponopono. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you know about this and you disagree or you have some other ideas, please comment below because I'm new to this and this is just my understanding of it. Thank you.